Jenny.
Hey, I'm Allison.
And tonight we're doing a list.
Can you tell what game it's about? It's about Fallout, one of our favorite series.
We wanted to make it interesting, so we were discussing which vault would you least want to live in.
Right, there's a lot of really horrific ones out there, as you probably know, but some are worse than others.
So true. I mean, I know where I would want to live.
Yeah, Vault 21.
You can solve everything with gambling.
Yep, it's in Vegas, New Vegas, and pretty much all problems solved by gambling. Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
They seem like a pretty happy-go-lucky.
Dude, until they lost the place from gambling. But it was one of the only experiments that went well for the subjects, I think. So,
yeah, and now it's a museum. But anyway, enough of this positivity. Let's talk about the shitty vaults.
Alright, Allison. So the big war is coming, the Great War. You need to find a place to live.
Luckily, Vault-tec has us covered. There are a myriad of vaults to choose from.
How are we ever going to decide where to live, Allison?
Well, let's go through our options.
Okay.
Would you, Jennifer, like to live in Vault 22? It's a green vault. It's totally self-sustained. You'll lose weight because you're just eating off the land, so to speak. It's pretty much like a super happy gummy.
Doesn't sound too bad, except I'm really allergic to pollen, so is that going to work for me?
Probably not. Plus, oh right, the plants turn you into psychotic spore creatures.
Maybe you should have led with that. I don't know that I want to live there.
Just a small side effect.
So you come across this vault in Fallout New Vegas, and you pretty much see the after effects of this planned experiment. It does sound like a good idea, but I think maybe their experiments went a little too well.
Pretty much, think about kind of like Last of Us clickers, but, you know, I don't know, a little less clickery. Definitely not a place that I would want to live.
No, and plus, even the people who did survive and manage to get out, a lot of them were still infected and had a really bad cough and eventually became spore carriers. And the rest of them turned to cannibalism.
Because that's what plants do to you.
Yeah, if you eat too many greens, you're really going to want meat someday. And then it might be your friends.
So, since we're not going to live as plant creatures, we need other options. What else is there?
Okay, well I found one and I think you're going to love it.
Okay.
Hear me out.
I'm ready.
Okay, so it's Vault 92. And it is set up to preserve artistic talent.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yes, all the top artists, artisans, the best talent, prodigies, they're all going to be in this vault. And since you're an artist and I'm an artist, I think this is the place for us.
It sounds pretty perfect. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, there is one little problem. What's that? I hear they're putting in a white noise generator.
That's not bad. I like white noise.
It'll help you sleep at night. And it might also cause you to go a little crazy with people.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that.
No? I mean, it'll be uncontrolled. You don't really know what you're doing. You'll just kind of...
It doesn't really make it better, does it?
That's right. Or maybe someone will kill you. I guess it kind of depends.
Yes, it's true. Vault 92 is the vault where subliminal messages were filtered throughout the vault, basically turning people into some kind of super soldiers for somebody's, grand plan. So they all turn super violent. And there's really nothing you can do about it because you just keep hearing this stuff over and over again.
So what I don't get about this vault is Professor Malleus, who is like the lead scientist, he knew that they were going to do the subliminal messaging stuff. He thought that they were helping artists become better artists by making them uncontrollably fix their hair or scratch their ear.
That doesn't sound good either.
Yeah, and
What kind of professor are you?
But he never thought for a minute that this could be used to, make someone freak out.
Basically, his experiment went so wrong that the most artistic, talented person there killed 3 people before they took him down, and it took about, 22 bullets to, take the soldier down.
Well, so we'd be killing a bunch of people.
If I didn't know I was doing it, maybe I wouldn't care.
I don't know, what if you wouldn't know, but then eventually you'd come to?
When do you come to? When you leave the vault? And the messages aren't there, or are you already fucked by that point?
I don't really know. Well, it wasn't the messages, it would be they'd set trigger words that would say those. And
So
then
you're saying the rest of the time?
well, then you're normal, and then something sets you off. Like
Okay, well then yeah. Maybe.
red rum, and then you murder everyone, and then you calm down, and you're like, oh my god, everybody's dead!
That sounds pretty good.
I would want to wake up and found I killed all my friends.
Alright, so let's keep searching for a perfect vault.
Alright.
I think I got it.
Okay.
Vault 106.
Okay.
Are you a spiritual person? Do you think you might want to go on a spiritual journey? Do you think you might want to like see things you've never seen before?
Maybe?
How about just completely tripping balls?
Oh. What? Is this a vault, or are you trying to sell me something?
Well, Vault 106 is the place for you because psychosomatic drugs are filtered throughout the whole place, basically turning you into a complete psychopath while giving you fantastic visions.
Or terrifying visions?
They didn't specify.
I'm pretty sure in Fallout 3, when you enter this vault, you start seeing some fucked up shit.
Yes, and pretty much all the vault dwellers that are still alive are certifiably insane.
And they're attacking you.
Because why wouldn't they? What else do they have to do?
The saddest part of this is that the Overseer, of course, knew what's happening. He even sent a memo out saying that if anyone reported smelling something strange in the air or having a weird taste to the air, that don't worry, it's just like we're changing filters. It's cool.
I hope that Overseer's dead.
Yeah, like, how is he gonna escape that? Why would you sign up for that job?
Once again, big padlocks on his Overseer office door.
Breathing the same air.
Maybe his I'm assuming his office does not have. Or Vault-tec told him it was something else other than insane drugs.
No, man, he knew. He just liked tripping balls.
Well, I don't think I want to trip balls, so I think we need a new vault.
I'm not into drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. Okay, well, we're not getting very far. So I narrowed our search field down a little bit, and I tried to find one that would be ideal for you, Allison.
Okay,
So,
ready for it. What is it?
well, you'd rather be left alone than be crowded in with a bunch of people, right?
So true.
Okay. And I mean, I know you like to collect things like games, toys, whatever, right?
Totally.
All right, so I have a vault for you.
That sounds perfect. What is it?
Vault 77.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, it's just gonna be you and a bunch of puppets.
Wait, just me?
And puppets.
No other people.
Puppets.
Puppets are not people.
Puppets are people too.
I don't like the idea of being completely alone with nothing but puppets.
You can name them.
Sounds like a recipe for psychosis.
Well, it kind of is. This vault turns up in the Fallout 3 webcomic. You also see a lot of references to it in Fallout 3. But, yeah.
Basically, this vault dweller enters Vault 77 with the intention that he thinks other vault dwellers are coming, but they shut the door right after him, leaving him completely alone. He doesn't know for quite some time that he's gonna be the only one in the vault. He screams, pounds on the door, assuming they made a mistake. Eventually he breaks down. Then he finds the puppets.
And then everything's okay, happily ever after.
Naturally, if you're alone in a vault for some odd years with nothing but a box of puppets, these puppets become your friends. And so then when one of them maybe tells you to kill someone, maybe you do it.
But there's no one around for you to kill.
Other puppets.
But you just said they're not people.
When you live alone with some puppets, they become people. Because what else do you got to do?
So see, it sounds great. You should move in today.
Unfortunately, the Puppet Man does finally escape his vault, but he becomes kind of like a serial killer because he's convinced he killed one of the puppets and is now on the run. So.
Okay, maybe not. What's next?
Okay, well, so that one didn't work out, but I think I have one that you might like.
Okay.
So, say, you know, the Great War has happened and you don't really, all your loved ones are dead, perhaps. Maybe you're single. Maybe you would like to go somewhere where you could potentially find a new love and move on with your life and live with somebody forever.
Oh, nice. So it's like a dating game vault.
Pretty much, Vault 68 is the one for you.
All right.
Except that there's one little thing.
What's the little thing?
You've got plenty of men to choose from. In fact, They're all men. You're the only woman.
Oh. Oh, that sounds like a bad idea.
I mean, it's pretty much anyone you could want. You're gonna have all their attention.
That sounds terrible. I don't want to live there. I thought we were looking for a place we could go together.
Oh no, I won't be going to that one.
Oh. I guess you're going to Vault 69.
Yes, Vault 69 is the one where it's all women and one man.
That sounds better than
I'll probably just
I'll probably just be raped to death.
Yes, it doesn't sound very ideal. In fact, this vault was not mentioned in any of the games. It's only part of the Fallout Bible, but it's still pretty freaking terrifying to think about.
Yeah, this sounds like maybe the scariest to us. And ironically, the one man and all women doesn't sound as terrifying as all men, one woman.
Well, I don't know. You ever read Why the Last Man? It's a comic about that.
Oh, is it terrifying?
Uh-huh. I pretty much think anytime you get desperate to, I don't know, breed and continue the human race or whatever, you do crazy things, no matter a man or a woman. I do have a feeling most of the women would probably. The men, though?
Okay.
Probably be some soap on a road path.
Whoa! Alright, pass. I'm out. Next vault. Well, Allison, I think we've run out of time.
Okay.
So we had to make a decision.
Well, this is your last chance. I guess this is gonna have to be the one, so...
It is. I actually already signed us up for it. But it's a great vault, okay? So,
Okay.
especially if you're a politically minded person,
Sure.
you like debates, maybe you're just popular, and you like popularity contests, then the vault for you is Vault 11.
I see she's already got the jumpsuit. Where the fuck is mine?
Yours is right over there. We're
I'll put
signing
it
up.
on later.
So you're gonna love it there because there's absolutely no problems whatsoever. Everything is
No weird plans. I'm
No
not
plans.
the only one. I'm not with a bunch of like rad scorpions.
no. Everyone seems very intelligent, and you even have a chance at becoming the overseer.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I'd make a good manager.
Every single year, they elect a new overseer.
That sounds pretty good. Not one person ruling everything. You know, less chance of corruption.
Yeah,
I'm down.
But you can only be the overseer once.
Okay, well, let everyone get the chance. I suppose. Okay.
Well, and then you're dead.
Wait, what?
Well, it turns out this vault is programmed so that whoever the overseer is for that year is then a sacrifice. Well, you don't really have to be overseer, that's the perk. The community just has to sacrifice one person every year. But they set it up so you get to be overseer. Perk!
Doesn't sound like a perk.
So you come across Vault 11 in Fallout New Vegas. And this is, to me, one of the most awesome vaults as far as story.
It's really, really interesting.
But it's also terrifying.
Totally. I mean, when you find out once you get in the vault that you have to sacrifice one person or the vault kills everybody, that's kind of terrifying because, you know, there's only a finite number of people.
Yeah.
And one day it's going to be you.
But here's the catch, and what none of the vault dwellers knew was that really the program was set up so that if they didn't sacrifice anyone, instead of killing everybody, it played triumphant music and said, "You're a shining example of humanity. I'm now opening up the vault. Go forth into the world, you wonderful people."
Unfortunately, they didn't realize that until there were only like 5 of them left. And by that point, they were fucking traumatized.
Basically, there's so much corruption in politics that all this infighting started. Everyone killed each other, except for 5 people who refused to sacrifice themselves. And they made it out. But
Sort of. Couldn't really live with themselves anymore.
yeah, so you actually find a tape where they decide to all commit suicide because they can't live with what they've done.
Right.
Except you hear everyone fire a shot except one person who just puts the gun down and leaves.
That jerk.
So, Vault 11.
That is our #1 vault that we would not want to live in.
No. I'm going to 21.
Yeah, me too. What is your top vault you would want to live in? There's a lot of them out there.
Let's know what you think.
Let's go get 'em.